Hello guys, welcome to Science Learning Gateway. I hope you all are doing this. Today we are going to discuss class 10 science chapter number 14 sources of energy. Part 1 of this chapter I have already uploaded in the playlist of class 10. You can check that. In that I have covered few of the topics and rest of the topic we will be covering in this video and maybe in one more part. So let's start with the lesson, sources of energy. So today we will start with the topic alternate or non-conventional sources of energy. In the first part of this chapter, sources of energy, I have already covered the topics. You can check that in the playlist of class 10. So we can start today with alternate or non-conventional sources of energy. So see, what is written over there? That day by day demand for energy is increasing. Yes, you know that day by day our population is increasing. As the population is increasing, the demand of people is increasing, the demand of energy is increasing. So we have to look for a alternate source of energy. Means we cannot depend on fossil fuels for our needs, right? We cannot depend on the conventional sources of energy. So we have to look for any other alternate sources of energy or for the non-conventional sources of energy which we can use and which our future generation can also use. So now let's look at the reasons for the alternate sources of energy. So three reasons are there. The first one is fossil fuel reserves in the earth are limited, which may get exhausted soon if we use them at the current rate. Means the fossil fuels which we are using like coal, petrol, etc. They are present in our earth in a very limited amount, in a very less amount. If we will use it in a at an alarming rate, means every day we will use it at an alarming rate, then one day it will come that everything will get finished and our future generation will not get those resources. Second point, reduce the pressure on fossil fuels, making them last for a much longer time. We have to reduce, means we have to make, means we have to use fossil fuels in a very efficient way so that we can use it for a long period of time. Our future generation will also get that fossil fuels. For example, nowadays we are running our cars, scooties, bikes, trucks, everything with the help of petrol. But if we'll use that petrol in a very inefficient way, means we'll misuse that petrol, what will happen? One day it will come that our future generation, they will not get petrol, they cannot run their car that time. So that's why we should use the fossil fuels very efficiently. Third point, to reduce the pollution level and to save the environment. The fossil fuels we are using, they create a lot of pollution. When we burn coal, wood, etc., what happen? It creates lot of pollution, and we have to use those fuels which are eco-friendly, which can save our environment. So to save our environment and reduce the pollution effect, we should use alternate sources of energy. We have to look for alternate sources of energy. Now the first alternate source of energy which we have to read is solar energy. First of all, we'll read about solar energy. So what is solar energy? The energy which we get from the sun is called solar energy. Correct? The energy obtained from the sun is called solar energy. You know that sun gave us lots of sunlight and sun will never go anywhere. It will be there in the sky. So every time we can get sunlight from it, means uh, after 10 years also we can get sunlight from the sun, right? So the energy which we get from the sun is called solar energy. It is a renewable source of energy which will not get exhausted in the future. Renewable means it will not get exhausted in the future. We can use it for a long period of time, means it will never finish off in the future also. Okay, devices. Now there are many devices available. They are available in the market, which we can for which we can use the solar energy to run them. For example, solar cooker. Solar cooker easily we can get in the market, which can be used by the help of solar energy. We can cook the food using solar energy, using the sunlight. Solar water heaters are also available, by which we can heat the water using the sunlight. Works these all things like solar water heater, solar cells, solar panels, these all work on the or by the sunlight or the solar energy. Now, solar cells are used to convert solar energy into electricity. Many places when you'll go, you can see the solar cells are there, solar panels are there. Why they are used? They convert the solar energy, means they capture the solar energy, and after that, that energy is used to give us electricity in our houses. We can use the bulbs, we can use the fans using that energy. So solar energy is one of the alternate source of energy which we can think about. Next, in that solar energy topic, we will read about solar cooker. Okay. Now, what is a solar cooker? A solar cooker is a device which uses the energy of direct sunlight to heat, cook, food material. Means what we have to do, we have to keep the food material inside the solar cooker, and then we have to keep that solar cooker in the sunlight. Using the sunlight, the food which is there in the solar cooker will be cooked. Isn't it great? So right, so how many of you have seen solar cooker, or how many of you have used solar cooker? Please comment in the comment section. Okay, now see how it is. Now look at the construction of the solar cooker, means how it is made. It consists of a rectangular box which is made of a wood or plastic. Means the shape of the solar cooker is like a rectangle. It consists of a rectangular box, and which material it is made? It can be made up of wood, or it can be made of plastic, which is printed black. And what is the color of the solar cooker? This is the most important question. The color of the solar cooker is black, means it is painted black from outside. Inner walls of the box are painted black to increase the heat absorption. Now one question can come from here, that why solar cookers are painted black in color, right? So what answer you can write over there? That solar cookers are painted black in color to absorb more heat. Black color can absorb the highest amount of heat, so that's why solar cookers are painted black, so that they can absorb more heat. Now we will be looking at the advantages and the disadvantages of solar energy. So the first advantage of solar energy is save precious fuel like coal, LPG and kerosene. These all are fossil fuels. So if we use that solar energy, or we can use a solar cooker, then these fuels can be saved. We can save coal also, we can save LPG also, and we can save kerosene also. Does not produce smoke. This, if you'll use solar cooker, if you'll use solar cooker for cooking the food, it will not produce any smoke, right? So no pollution. Nutrients of the food do not get destroyed while cooking. When we cook food in solar cooker, the nutrients which are present in the food, like carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins and minerals, they will also not get destroyed. They will be present in the food. Up to 4 food items can be cooked at the same time. How many four food items we can cook in a solar cooker? 4 food items we can cook in a solar cooker together. For example, we can cook rice, dal. If you want to boil potato, that also can be boiled. So 4 food items can be cooked in the pressure cooker at the same time. Now we will be looking at the disadvantages. If it is having some advantage, some disadvantages will also be there. So the first disadvantage of solar cooker is solar cooker cannot be used in a cloudy day or at night. Suppose one day you wake up in the morning and you'll see that there is no sunlight. It's cloudy outside. Then what will happen? You cannot cook the food in the solar cooker that day, right? Because in a cloudy day the solar cooker will never work, and at night also we cannot cook the food in the solar cooker, so it cannot be used in the cloudy day or at night. Cannot be used for frying or baking purpose. Suppose the normal pressure cookers which we have, in that we can bake the cakes, means we can make the cakes in that, means we can use it for baking purpose. But in solar cooker we cannot do frying and baking. It cannot be used for frying and baking purpose. The direction of reflector of solar cooker changes from time to time to keep it facing the sun. You know that the sun changes its direction. Sun rises from the east, and after that it sets in the west direction, correct? So like that only, the reflector of the solar cooker also changes time to time to face the sun, to get the sunlight from it. So these are the disadvantages of solar cooker as well as the advantages. Both things we have read over there. Now we will be looking at solar cells. What are solar cells? See, solar cells are used to convert solar energy into electricity. So like solar cells means what? Cells we call like batteries. Okay, so what solar cells do? They convert the solar energy into electricity. Now look at the advantages of solar cells. Solar cells convert solar radiation directly into electricity, means from sunlight we are getting electricity. So this is one of the advantages. Cost effective in remote and inaccessible areas where cost of installation of other modes of energy is very high. Means in villages and all, the these solar cells are used at a very high rate, because over there in many of the places no electricity is there. Okay, no electricity connection is there. Over there, the people are using the solar cells to get electricity. So it can be used in remote and inaccessible areas. Have no movable parts and hence don't need any maintenance. It doesn't have any movable parts. So cost of maintenance is also very less. Now, look at the disadvantages. Manufacturing is expensive. Means when we manufacture the solar cells, when the solar cells are made, that time it is very expensive. Lot of money is needed in that. Availability of special grade silicon for making solar cells is limited. The silicon, which is a semiconductor, it is available in very less amount. Okay, and it is needed for making the solar cells. Silver wire for interconnection of cells is expensive. Again, you know, silver is a metal which is very costly. It is used for making the jewelries also. Correct? So this silver metal is very costly and it is needed to interconnect the cells. Means different types of solar cells are connected together to make a solar panel, and silver wire is needed for that. But so silver, as you know, is a very costly metal. So that for in that case, that is expensive. Now we will be reading about the energy from the sea. So our next topic is energy from the sea. So can you imagine that from sea also we get energy? So let's read about that. So there are three types of energy which we obtain from sea. So let us first look at the energy which we get from the sea. The first energy which we get from the sea is tidal energy. The second energy which we get from the sea is wave energy. And the third energy which we get from the sea is ocean thermal energy. So these are the three types of energy which we get from the sea. So first of all, we will read about the tidal energy. So what is tidal energy? Due to gravitational pull of mainly the moon on the spinning earth, the level of water in the sea rises and falls. What happens? The earth will pull the moon towards it. By which force? By the gravitational force. Because of that, the level of water in the sea, it will rise and fall. Sometimes the level will increase, sometimes it will decrease, rise and fall. This phenomena is called high and low tides. Okay, when the level of water will increase and decrease, that time tides are formed, and those tides are called high and low tides. And the difference in sea level gives as tidal energy. When the tides are formed, means high tide and low tides will be formed that time we get energy, and that is called tidal energy. Because of the tides we are getting the energy, so it is called tidal energy. Tidal energy is harnessed by constructing a dam across a narrow opening to the sea. Harness means how we can capture that tidal energy. So that tidal energy can be captured by constructing a dam. We have to construct a dam, we have to make a dam, and through that a narrow opening is there, and across means a narrow opening is made in that dam to the sea. After that, a turbine is fixed at that opening. A turbine is fixed at that opening. When the water will come, and it will rotate the blades of the turbine, and we get electricity. So like that we get electricity from tidal energy. So what we have read in tidal energy, because of the gravitational pull of the earth, what happens? The level of the water in the sea rises and falls. Because of that rise and fall, tides are created. Low and high tides are created, and we get tidal energy. That tidal energy is captured by constructing a dam, and in that they used to make one narrow opening, and after that one turbine is connected to that. When the water will fall, the turbine will rotate, and if the blades of the turbine will rotate, we get electricity. So like that we get electricity from tidal energy. The second energy which we get from sea is wave energy. So what is wave energy? The strong winds blowing across the sea. You know that winds will blow sometime, and the winds are very strong sometime. When the strong winds will blow across the sea, they generate waves. Okay, when the winds will blow, waves are formed, which possesses huge kinetic energy. And what type of energy they have? They have kinetic energy, which can be used to generate electricity by rotating the turbine. If kinetic energy is there, obviously the energy can can move a body. So that kinetic energy will rotate the blades of the turbine, and we get electricity. So in wave energy, what we have read, because of the strong winds, waves are created, and waves carry which type of energy? Kinetic energy. They will rotate the blades of the turbine, and we get electricity. And the third type of energy which we have to read, which we get from sea, is ocean thermal energy. Thermal means heat, right? So the water at the surface of the sea or ocean is heated by the sun. Yes, the water which is present in the sea or in the ocean, that will continuously get heated up because of the sunlight or because of the sun. After that, the water which is present deep inside the sea or in the ocean, that is very cold. That is very cold. The surface water will be hot, but the water which is present deep inside the sea is very cold. The difference in temperature between the warm surface of the ocean and relatively cold water in deeper section give rise to ocean thermal energy. The difference in temperature means there will be some difference in the temperature between the warm water and the cold water. Because of that, we get one energy that is called ocean thermal energy. So what we have read in ocean thermal energy, suppose any sea or ocean is there, okay, the surface water will be heated up because of the sunlight or because of the sun, but the water which is present deep inside that, it is very cold. So there will be differences between the hot water and the cold water. Because of that difference, we get one energy that is called ocean thermal energy, and this energy is used to get, and from this energy we can generate electricity. So these are the different types of energy which we get from the sea. So in this part we will discuss till this topic only. I will make one more part for this video, that is part 3. In that I will cover the rest of the topic and I will complete the chapter over there. So I hope you understood, you all have understood till there. But from my end, please give a reading to the NCERT textbook. Go through the video, all the notes I have provided from the NCERT books. You can go through it, and if you have any doubt, you can comment in the comment section. So rest of the topics like geothermal energy, nuclear fusion, environmental consequences, I will cover in the next part of the video, that is part 3. So keep watching my channel. Thank you for watching my channel, Science Learning Gateway. If you have any doubts, please comment in the comment section. Definitely I will try to clear your doubts. Thank you for watching.